And we are live. What's going on out there, YouTube? Woo! We are back for another live discussion. I got here Jor-Els, Alexandria here.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Jeremy could not make it out tonight, but he will be back next week. This is an interesting episode. The name of it was The Same Boat, episode 13. What is your first impressions of the episode, Jor-El?
The first impressions, I thought it was pretty good. I've been waiting for them to slip up. They haven't. So that's kind of weird. But it was pretty good. It was definitely a filler episode, but it was a really good filler episode. So I guess there's that.
Yeah.
But in some sense, it doesn't. I mean, a lot of people are kind of freaking out because of the kidnapping sequence, because there's been so many kidnapping sequences on The Walking Dead. Some might argue that it could feel like a cliche now, and I don't think that tonight's episode did anything to remedy that situation. It probably made things even worse, actually, especially given how great things went at the end. But I don't know. I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, like I ended up giving like an 8.5 out of 10. Me and Melvin, we actually live streamed it and watched it, and it was interesting hearing people's feedback, because like we were all on the edge of our seats trying to figure out what was going to happen. But it was like, I mean, nothing really happened like in the very beginning all the way throughout. It wasn't until the last 15 minutes that, you know, things started getting really hairy. But as far as character development and seeing where Melissa McBride's epic character Carol's mentality is, and then even like Maggie's descent into a darker place, I thought that was well placed, because I didn't see that coming. I was thinking that they were gonna be just victims, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking that, you know, Carol was just gonna go and dominate. I thought that, you know, Melissa McBride would just, you know, nail it on that end. But I mean, they both were kind of standouts. And I mean, even though this was kind of like you said, a filler episode, it did lead a lot into the mentality of these saviors, like for them to all establish themselves that we are Negan, almost like kind of a cultish kind of protect him and his integrity. There's a lot of different things that happen under the scenes, but more than anything, it surrounded Carol and Maggie. And I think that I came out of the episode like respecting Maggie so much more, because I didn't realize she was that savage. Like
Oh yeah, she is. She's got the kid situation going on, but she'll kill you quick.
Yeah, I feel like she's become more volatile because of that. Like, because she has something that she has to protect, and she's something she's trying to maintain. Like, because I seen her act like that, you know, when she thought Glenn was about to die, long before, where she didn't know if he was alive or not, and then they kind of embraced in the cave or whatever. Like, she was just on a killing rampage when they were trying to get the Terminus. But in this episode, like, I don't know, she was just cold, man. Like, but one thing I wanted to talk about is, what did you think about Melissa McBride's performance, man? I thought that she was a standout.
I thought the performance was pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I thought her performance was good. It was just weird because like someone in one of my comment sections was saying that she sort of got Morganized, which I sort of agree with. She's sort of like it's almost like she's been sort of domesticated over the past couple of months and kind of like forgot about her savage roots or something. Or it almost seemed like she was kind of hoping to like maybe go forward without killing or something, which I don't know why that thought ever crossed her mind, but there's more killing yet to be done, Carol. It's never going to stop. So it was kind of interesting seeing her wrestle with that, but her performance was great for sure. She was definitely had the best acting in the episode by far.
Yeah, I mean, I think the dynamics of her character is that it's not that she doesn't like think that she should stop killing. I think she's just tired of killing. I think that the reason why she still has that count of like people that she's killed is because of the fact that, you know, she's like, I have to keep my mortality at the point. Because I mean, to me, it was a direct parallel of the redheaded chick in this episode where she said that she just lost count, that she basically embraced the fact of just losing herself in it and doesn't matter. Like after it got to double digits, it didn't matter to her anymore. And I think that when I heard Melissa McBride talk about that scene in The Talking Dead, she's like, that's Carol. It's just Carol decided to suck in the fact that she's killed these people, so she wants to keep her mortality to an extent. And in that case, if that's the case, that yeah, I think that Morgan had a big effect on her with that regard. But I don't think she's like said that she's gonna stop killing. I think she just doesn't want to anymore. And I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, a good thing. No, she's never said like I want to stop killing. I'm just talking about her actions.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like she was not behaving like the kind of woman who's like, I'm just trying to, take a break for 6 months. Like it seemed like she was trying to like sort of move away from that. Kind of like with the Glenn situation. I mean, last episode before last, I should say, that was like Glenn's first living kill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So just kind of seemed like she was trying to like go that route, and she just got reminded that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was two different things I wanted to actually bring up to your attention. I really wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
One,
and the redhead's name is the character name is Paula, I believe.
Okay.
Paula.
Yeah. That was it. There was two different things I wanted to bring up with you. One had to do with the fact that even though Carol was wrestling with the fact, she was planning so perfectly. It was like almost second nature. Like she was literally getting on their sympathetic side. She was literally weaving her way in. Like she just does it second nature now. Like to the point that they thought for sure that she was, timid, meek, and mild. And it was almost like she surprised herself with just how well it all worked out. It was like she burnt them folks alive. I mean, she killed the other chick. Maggie bashed the other chick's head in, and it's just like they walked out scathe-free because they're just that savage. And I was gonna ask your perspective of just like how kind of Black Widow-ish like Carol is. And the second thing is that the lady has said to them is that they're not the good guys. That your group are not the good guys, basically. And I mean, we've been talking and wrestling around that question. To me, they're not. Like Rick's group are not necessarily. I mean, it's like self-preservation has made them a byproduct of this environment, but I don't count them as the good guys necessarily anymore. And I think they're gonna reap what they sow a little bit.
I don't know, man. I mean, I would still consider them to be the good guys at the current time. I mean, they've made like dark decisions, but like at the same time, they're still miles ahead of their adversaries. I mean, think about some of the remarks that the women were making that held them captives, or think about their mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they were just had no sense of being empathetic or nice. Or even they didn't even really seem willing to like negotiate. I mean, I guess you can make the argument that they just went on a knifing spree. So I guess there is that. But still, the Negan's crew definitely seems they don't seem like, at least with Rick's group. I mean, it's debatable the morals with the Saviors. And I mean, Negan's crew. These people just sound like fucking borderline psychotics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's hard for me to assess that because I've seen the group from day one to now, so it's like I'm already on their side. And I mean, I still think that they're good people, but it's like at a certain point, it's like what would categorize them to crossing that line? Thinking about the fact of how many people that they've actually killed from Negan's group, like the things that they've kind of done and weaving them in.
I mean, what they did during the raid situation is definitely some morally gray shit. But at the same time, these were like preemptive fucking measures. I mean, the people who Daryl blew away with the rocket launcher was a link to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And their little trophy pictures with Negan's kills in the compound. With the satellite. I mean, well, first off, they're not good people, period. And second off, it's pretty clear that they're at the very least much more twisted than our crew. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've gone through a lot more. When I was listening to Paula talk about her being in Washington, and even the chick that had a baby before, I was like, dang, these. I mean, but it's like they're a byproduct of that. I guess you're right in the sense that Rick and the group have not crossed that border yet.
Yeah, they're not like Luciling people and fucking like killing people right off the bat type of shit. They're not like, let's just raid their village and just like legit murder everyone like the wolves, for example. I mean, they're definitely some savage people, but I mean, it's really because they didn't really have a choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about like Carol's like just the savagery of what actually kind of went down? How did you think that they play that out, I guess, from a cinematic standpoint, and then just from like the characters, like ended up killing everybody? Like, what did you think about all that?
I thought it was fantastic. It definitely made the episode more worthy of a watch, I suppose. I mean, it just would have been nice to like, because the last third is really why the episode's so awesome. But would have been nice if the whole episode was like the last third, not necessarily in terms of like what we saw happen, but just like in terms of feeling. Like, I wish like I walked out this episode with like, you know, how I felt with the third half. Like, I felt that way about the whole episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have been more preferred, but you know, the Walking Dead is a slow burning show. You know, nothing's changed since like 2010, but would have been nice. Would have been nice because it does feel like filler for sure.
Yeah, I think that. Well, I don't know if you feel like it would be a benefit if actually something would have happened to Carol or Maggie, like if they would have gotten actually physically hurt or punched or injured, or you didn't know if one of them had gotten like cut or bit. I think it would have added a lot more tension and a lot more in the sense of like believability, because it was like it played into, what was that one person asked the question of like they just have the luck of the Irish on them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's to be expected at the same time because they are survivors. I mean, the saviors are one thing, but like Rick and them groups, they're all just straight up elites. But I think it would have played better if like they would have actually had a bruises or cuts, or like the stakes would have been higher of survival. Like that's what I was telling Melvin. I was like, the last 15 minutes made it for me.
Right.
I gave it an 8.5. But everything before that, I was expecting Carol to do all these different kind of things. I was expecting the stakes to be higher. I didn't know if freaking Negan was gonna just walk in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the more I think about it, I think that we might not actually see Negan until the finale. I was thinking that we might see him earlier, but I changed my mind. I think we're only going to see him in the finale, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the way that this episode kind of ended off, that's where I kind of get the impression that we're not going to see him until much later. I was just hoping for something, though. I think that maybe I put that false expectation on this episode a little bit, and then even when I looked at the preview for the next episode, it's like, well, I guess we're not going to see Negan, you know. But
yeah,
I mean, this is by far the best season, undeniably.
yeah. I mean, at least I think I agree. I think it's the best. The best season they've had, like, period. Not even like best new season. I think it's like the best season they've got.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. What were some of the negatives that you had about this episode?
Well, first off, it doesn't really bother me, but the kidnapping situation, it happening again, very similar to how it's happened before in the past on the show, is a little bit like, all right, fine, I guess. Also, it's so weird that like when you consider that like they won at the end, it sort of just makes the episode feel very fillerish. Like it makes the episode feel very unimportant in terms of replay value. You know, like when you're mowing down season 6 to get ready for season 7 type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I could easily see this as an episode that I'd be like, what happened here? Oh yeah, they want the end. Skip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, I think that like I was kind of feeling like you. I was thinking there's no way that Carol and Maggie can make it out of this alive. I was literally thinking that one or the other were either gonna die for the other or just get randomly killed. And maybe that was my fault for like having that expectation, but that's what the build off felt like. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, the stakes are high now. They have been kidnapped. One of them is going to die, regardless if the group gets there or not. And because that didn't happen, and I mean, it's good to me because I saw like literally Carol is struggling with her mortality, even when she was kind of like holding the rosary and like the blood's dripping from her hands. It's like her trying to maintain her mortality. I thought that was really epic and really good because there's a lot of things that they could have lost, and technically on an emotional level, they probably did. Even Maggie, she said, "I'm done," and I think she meant about killing.
One thing I want to mention really quick. I don't know how clear that. Let me see if this will focus really quick.
Larger world.
Yeah, but this is the official poster from season 6. Nothing fucking new. However, this person holding the cross. I wonder if that's a reflection of Carol in tonight's episode with her holding the cross. Because if that is the case, then that is interesting. Because first off, all of the other pictures in the poster have all like happened unto this point. I mean, the where my pinky is right there, that's the whole a nod to Deanna. The one with the smoke in the distance, I'm like brain sharding on what that is, so I'll have to come back to that. You know, the satellite, you know, now we know that's in reference to you know, the night riot situation. However, one thing that definitely has me nervous and both excited is that the one thing that has not to happen is whatever this moment here with Rick is, which I think is really, really interesting. I'm assuming it's probably from the finale. But just food for thought.
That's probably right. That's actually really good, like mentioned, because that's definitely the rosary that Carol had. And I don't think she's getting rid of it anytime soon. It's like all the characters I feel are evolving and they're moving forward instead of staying stagnant. That's the thing that has happened in the past. Like they've just been kind of linear because of circumstance. But I can definitely say the characters are evolving, and I like that about the season. They're not just, you know, doing nothing. They're growing as characters. They're getting FaceTime, even through situations as small as Abraham's or as big as Morgan's or even as lighthearted as Carol's in this situation. It's like you wouldn't expect it, you know? And I like being surprised.
Yeah, a lot of people think that Maggie is not going to die because they think that the showrunners are sort of building her up to be the leader of the Hilltop. Personally, I still think that she could still die despite all the little build up, you know, because I mean, whoever the fuck gets to Lucille, I mean, we could say the same thing about them. Like, oh, they're so important. They're building them up. How could they, you know what I'm saying? Also, another thing, if I do remember, I remember Maggie like puked.
Yeah, I think she's dealing with morning sickness.
And then when that woman like slashed the knife at her stomach and it cut her shirt, I don't know if it was made clear if her stomach was cut or not. I mean, I'm just assuming that more than likely just her shirt got cut. But it would be interesting if she really was like wounded, but you know, just kept on trucking.
That's a good thought. I had initially thought she had gotten cut, but because she kind of looked back and I didn't see any blood, and it probably would have gotten brought up as soon as Glenn saw her, I'd assume that I guess she didn't.
I mean, I guess what I'm getting to is that like with the puke and the slash of the shirt, it just made me think like, are they trying to sneak in some foreshadowing of something going horrifically wrong with the baby, you know?
Oh, wow.
Or her life.
Yeah, I mean, well, even with her, what she said is she couldn't do it anymore. Like, I mean, that's not good. That's not a good thought process to have in this situation now.
Right. There's no way they're both making out of the season alive. There's no way.
I don't know.
If they both make it out of this season alive, then Daryl has to die. Point blank. Period. Morgan is not like, look, Morgan's great. The real life guy, I think his name is Lenny. Dude's great, but look, on some real shit, there's no way Andrew Lincoln read the scripts and this motherfucker was late to the finale and was sick because Morgan got Lucille. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Maggie. I don't think the reason why she said that the finale was her hardest day on set because Morgan got the axe. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be Maggie or Glenn or Daryl. It's gotta be, I think. You know?
Yeah.
Because what the fuck? I mean, nobody else would really. I mean, there's Carol, but I don't know.
And I just knew, bro, that Carol was gonna die, man. Like that's what I thought. And like,
I thought the possibility was there, especially since she was on the Talking Dead.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, I still liked the episode. I thought it was pretty cool. What did y'all think about the episode? Leave in the comment section. What would y'all give it a rating? And what was your favorite part of the episode? She could have lost the baby. That would have been. Well, she did get kicked in the stomach, though, didn't she? Didn't that girl like knee her in the stomach?
I can't really comment on that. I don't remember her being specifically kicked in the stomach. I mean, she definitely got hit a bit, but I don't remember any strong stomach shots. I could be totally wrong, but no.
Yeah. So everybody's kind of giving like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So see, Sassy Cat was like I think a 7 or 8. It definitely wasn't the more interesting or intensified ones, but it's like even with their regular filler episodes, like it's leaps and bounds what they've done in the past.
True. I mean, it's like Heads Up. I thought was an extremely big filler moment that I really didn't feel for. I was just like, which I believe is the episode before start to finish. If it's not, then I'm talking about the episode before start to finish. I think it's called Heads Up though. But like that episode, I just it's very similar to tonight's, but not as bad. At least like something went down in this episode. Like they got kidnapped, they got out.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't have too much more. Somebody wants to give me Joshua Jor-Els. I just want to give you a shout out, man. He requested it. You've been pretty faithful, man, showing up to definitely live streams and all these live discussions. So appreciate you. Shout out to you, bro. I don't have much else, man. Anything else you could think of? Or actually, what do you think is going to happen next? I guess that's the biggest question.
What do I think is gonna happen next? Well, first off, the episode title names have changed again. I just had it, but I didn't know we were gonna go there, so I have to bring it up. But in terms of what I think is gonna happen next, well, I can tell you that tomorrow next episode does not look like it's gonna be a Heath and Tara episode. That's for sure. And I actually really don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm kind of confused, actually. I mean, maybe they're just going with, let's just make them sort of win. So as we get closer to Negan, they just lose worse than they've ever lost before in the past.
Yeah. I don't even know, bro. Well, okay, the preview that they showed, is that I was kind of confused by that because the preview kind of looked like it had episode scenes that were from not just next episode, but a little bit further than that.
I don't know. I only have like one. I just saw it once, and then I literally booked it home, so I didn't really get like too good of a look. I have to watch it again, and I didn't watch the whatever one scene during the Talking Dead either, so I missed that too.
Yeah, they changed up Eugene's hairstyle. I thought that was really weird, but. Either way, I mean, I don't know what to expect either because it's like I was thinking it was going to go one way and now it's like taking a whole different turn. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, or maybe I'm over estimating where things are gonna go. I don't know.
I mean, I'm assuming that the jail cell. By the way, it's actually been confirmed by Greg Nicotero. That Morgan was actually building a jail cell, and whatever the fuck the episode before last was called. I'm spacing out on what it was called. But he was building a jail cell, so I think that will probably be addressed next episode.
Oh, interesting.
Or at least with one character, because I mean, motherfucker can't just be working on something that big without someone noticing. Which fucking episode was that? Not tomorrow yet.
Yeah, that was the last episode.
Okay. Well, it was either that or Not Suntai. I can't fucking remember. But either way, when Laz Morgan was building something, it was a jail cell. So
yeah. But I don't have anything else, man. I thought it was a good episode. I'm excited still for the next episode. I just don't know where it's gonna go. Like before, like most of this season, I'm kind of seeing like, you know, where things are going. More so, this episode is more foreshadowing and filler. So I don't really know. Do you think Daryl's gonna die? Yes, PJ. Daryl is going to die. We've already confirmed this.
Right. I think he's gonna die. The nigga's dying. Period. I think. I'd be blown away if he doesn't. If he doesn't die, then it's got to be Glenn or Maggie. Period. Though it is interesting to note that a lot of people are saying that Negan doesn't kill women. I don't know if that's true, but interesting thought though.
I guess it depends on what kind of Negan we get. Like, I mean, this one might be more volatile than the comics, which would be hard to believe.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't see any limitations to this man, honestly. I mean, when I saw old girl have her finger cut off because she stole something, I mean, yeah, that's hurting woman. I mean, I don't really know. I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. I'm just curious about how they're gonna handle the language. I'm so excited to see them sort of deal with that, because if they fail, that's just gonna fall right in their face. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how they what they come up with.
Yeah, I think that your theory was the best. Like when you were talking about like when it airs, the first airing, that it's all uncut. I think they did something like that for one episode of one season. I can't remember, but if they did do that, and then the second airing and anytime after that is just all rated regular, I think that'd be perfect. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And then the Blu-ray will have the uncut version too. So,
or at the very least, just I don't know. They're gonna have to like, at the very least, like get artistic with the mute button or something. Like, because like you can't just, I don't know. You really can't censor Negan, man. Like, dude, like has an incredibly foul mouth. So yeah, I think the only other way is just to make this motherfucker like super artistic with the mute sound. like I don't know. I'm gonna have to probably upload my own video on this because I'm gonna mess this up on the live stream. But yeah, that's the two best options. So.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. But either way, it's looking to be probably one of the best season finales they have. I hope it's a 2-hour season finale. I hope they put a lot into this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a safe assumption that it's probably just gonna be the same stereotypical length, but would be cool if it was longer though. It would be cool.
Yeah, but I guess we'll see. Well, I don't have anything else. Jor-El, you got anything else to finish this off on?
No. I did a reaction video to tonight's episode that is live on my channel. If you want to check it out, though.
Yeah, go to the description bar below. Go check out his channel and definitely subscribe. But check out his live stream. I think you're probably gonna do a review on it, right?
No, I do my review and inside the reaction video.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, everybody, that's all we got. We'll be back next week.
Oh yeah.
Locked. And oh, by the way, y'all have to go to his channel and check out when we do the Walking Dead question and answer. So any of y'all that have like a lot of questions, go to his channel, check out when he has Q&A, The Walking Dead, and you can be able to leave your comments there, and we'll go into a lot of huge informational conversations about the questions that you give us. And I thought that was something we needed to talk about here tonight. So definitely go check out his channel and leave your comments for whatever you are anticipating for next episode or whatever questions you have about The Walking Dead. And we are out, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go to sleep.
Peace, people.
Peace.